Alright everyone, it comes at last. This is pretty much proof positive of what I and many others have been saying for literally the last half-decade. Jill Biden and Kamala Harris fucking hate each other. And Joe's just out to lunch, but I mean, we see evidence of that pretty much every weekend, so, that one is pretty ironclad. The idea is that Kamala Harris was effectively forced on Joe Biden as running mate by the DNC. She was chosen simply because of the color of her skin and her gender, not the content of her character. You've got this older white dude. He's not necessarily the kind of figure you would expect to be palatable to people that are on the young left, and you need them to go knock on doors for you. So you get Kamala in there. You don't have to actually have her do much of anything. She didn't do her job as border czar. She had like one meeting as AI czar or something like that, maybe two of them. I can't even remember. It's not like it was reported on. Otherwise, the occasional speech, but not really anything else. She was hiding Harris, basically. Just like Biden was hiding Biden in 2020 as well, Harris was thereafter hidden. Biden was the hiding candidate. She was the hiding actual vice president-elect, which I thought was a funny dynamic. Now, we've heard rumors for years that Jill Biden and Kamala Harris and the Biden and Harris teams in general, like their staffers, were squabbling over things, organizational things, appointments, their position on bills and things like that. And I think that there's the tale of two dysfunctional women here actually going on. Kamala Harris is the brat summer. I'm sassy, and I'm younger than your husband. Hee hee. Maybe he'll fuck me too. That seems to be Kamala Harris's sort of attitude. Entitlement. Brattiness. I mean, she's 60 fucking years old, so she's like that dude that's still in his 50s and, he's going to Hot Topic or something. Oh, shit. Am I outing myself? No, I don't go to Hot Topic. But, that's sort of her character. And Jill Biden is the old white plantation mom. She's like Hillary or Elizabeth Warren or any of these other people. Harris has a legitimate grievance, therefore, against people like Jill Biden, because they'll respect her when she walks in the room. When she walks out, ha ha ha, there goes the help, ha ha ha, and then they drink their $100 glasses of champagne and stuff. Among her lily white friends in her plantation home, she'll come out and she'll talk to the little people by saying she has like hot sauce in her handbag and stuff like that. Now, if it was hot dog in the handbag, that would be more Kamala's thing, I think. So there is a legit grievance. Jill Biden, meanwhile, she's standing by her man, so to speak. She realizes he's fucking getting dementia. But she's like, how dare they? They forced my husband aside, even though, by the way, internal polling is split down the middle, it seems, between people who think that Biden would have done a better job, I happen to be on that side, and people who think that he would have gotten fucking curb stomped. There's a reason to speculate that could be the case. I don't know. I think the incumbency would have helped him. I mean, he can always do a redo, if they really amp him up on methamphetamine or something, he could probably debate a little bit better than that, but unfortunately, he had an off night, and they forced him aside. And he decided, by the way, to backstab the DNC. This is definitely the weird bedfellows side of politics. You know that Jill doesn't like Kamala. And you know that Kamala doesn't like Jill. Link in the description, archived, of course. If you need any further evidence than this meeting, I don't know what to tell you. It's right there. You can see it for yourself. But Joe Biden also resented the deep state. And apparently, within 30 minutes of him deciding to, stand down and not run, he had already made up his mind to endorse Kamala Harris. He gave a sidewinder to Nancy Pelosi. She wanted an open primary. This is the mainstream reporting, by the way, on the issue. I actually believe it. I think all these people fucking hate each other, and that's the one thing saving us from outright tyranny. I think I mentioned this years ago. The one thing preventing like a true one-party or dictatorial system is that these people backstab each other all the time. They all want to be top dog. Nobody wants to play second fiddle, and they're both egotistical and narcissistic, so they think they deserve it, and so they end up stymieing one another. The odd part is human nature might be saving the human race from ultimate dystopian tyranny, which is extremely ironic because it's also brings us within shooting distance of that ultimate tyranny. It's very, very strange. Now, Jill and Kamala hate each other. You can see it on their faces. There's also recordings of this. Kamala and Jill won't look each other in the eye, not in any way, shape, or form. That's because probably Kamala at some point overheard Jill chuckling with one of her white friends about the help. And the reason that she's got a hard-on for hating Kamala Harris is because she generally doesn't respect her. She was literally put in there just to be a counterbalance. So imagine Jill. I think she genuinely does have it, at the least in the power couple sense, she has a love for Joe Biden. She's like, he can handle it himself. He's a strong man. You know, she's remembering him from back in his Senate days or his VP or something. He's a strong dude, strong-spoken, not now, but he was once. How dare they undermine him? How dare they force him aside? How dare they tell him who his running mate's going to be? They're disrespecting my husband. And so she genuinely looks down, I think, on Kamala Harris, just as Kamala looks down on them for the obvious level of bigotry that I guarantee you between racial jungle and Jill Biden's very colloquially lily white characteristics. I guarantee you that they have. White liberals are the single most racist group in the goddamn world, other than, ironically, certain Latino groups, actually. Jill Biden looks down on Kamala. Kamala looks down on Jill Biden, and so Joe, he just stands there, and he looked a little bit nervous at times. Did you notice that? It was really funny, because he throws the DNC under the bus promoting Kamala. That must have pissed Jill Biden off, by the way. But at the same time, he doesn't want to be schmoozy with her, because, you know, he's got a good thing going with his wife. She's willing to change his depends, basically. It was really, really strange. But it wasn't exactly something that, was unpredictable. We've known this for years. If you've followed this channel, that speculation has been around since, 2020. Now, arguably 2019, I suppose. That's about all. Peace out.